What's up guys? Today I'm gonna be showing y'all my game. I just made a video earlier today, but I kinda decided I didn't really show much of it, and I didn't really want to show much of it because I didn't have the multiplayer side of it working entirely well yet. But today I kind of worked on it a bit, and I kind of got it to work now. So it's not entirely polished yet, but now I can kind of show y'all what that looks like. I'm actually very excited to show y'all all the gameplay right now. So as you can see on the screen, all of this gameplay you're seeing is the game I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, like non-stop. So what you're seeing right now is actually the night map, but there's also a day map, and each map is gonna have the day and night version of it. And right here you're also seeing my mystery box that I was working on, and the mystery box actually gives you a random item. It'll actually spin different color rarities. Common is white, rare is blue, epic is purple, and orange is legendary. So the rarity system actually does work with the mystery box. So whenever you do get a legendary character, it is actually harder to get. So you actually did get a pretty good character. And when you do get a new character, it does update in your character library. And you can also quit and save and come back another day, and all your items will still be there. Now I'll be showing y'all the multiplayer side in a minute. Right now I only have a whole bunch of placeholders for my buttons for multiplayer hosting settings, so those will definitely change. At the moment I'm just kind of using them for actual like usability, so I can actually build the logic, and then I'll go back and fix the UI system, like visually speaking. I really like how the map is looking right now. I do have a glitch where my lily pads don't spawn enough, and sometimes the character can't get to the other side of the map, literally making my game impossible to beat. So I need to fix that at some point, but I haven't really given myself time to go and fix that because I've really been focused on trying to get the multiplayer to work. So but I'll probably circle around to it pretty soon now that I'm starting to get close to finishing the multiplayer. Now skins, let's talk some skins, because I'm seeing this bunny hop around and it just reminded me of all the skins I could add to this game. And oh boy, I built the system, so as long as I keep making more skins, I can just, it's plug and play. So I'm gonna add as many skins as I can, and I already have a few ideas for what type of skins I want to add. I know I'm gonna add a 6-7
I just bit right on the highway.
skins. Yeah, I know I had to do it, man. It's just, it had to happen at some point. Okay, I might add a 21 skin also, just because why not.
21.
I also was thinking about making a skin of my dog and actually naming it the same name as my dog, so it would be pretty cool to see my dog in my own game. As of right now, I am just going to be using the bunny that I made as the logo for the game, and then I'm going to put the title over him. So whenever you see the game, it's going to be a whole bunch of cars and roads in the background, and then it'll be the bunny up front. The bunny was actually the first character I made, so I just decided I kind of liked it a lot, so he was going to be the logo to the game. So what you're seeing right now is actually the multiplayer side of the game right now, and it's not completely done yet, but people can actually host a game and join now, but their skins won't save, so I need to build that so people can actually show off their skins in multiplayer lobbies. I remember when I was actually making the bullet train side of this game, I was actually having a lot of fun, because once I actually got it all done, and you can see the railroad track, and you can see the lights turn on, and you can see the bullet train come flying by, I was just so excited because I was like, oh my goodness, it actually works now. So I was having so much fun. Also, as you can see on the multiplayer side of things, whenever one player gets too far up ahead from another player, the map starts to disappear behind them. So the players that get left behind are going to be the ones that lose. I'm also going to have a game mode where you're going to be able to push each other, so you'll be able to play clean on one of the game modes and see who makes it the furthest, and whoever gets left behind loses. But on the other mode, I'm actually going to make it to where you can actually push the other players, so you can actually play dirty by pushing another player in front of a car, or into the river, or in front of the train. So it'll make a lot of fun gameplay, hopefully, and I'm going to try to add as many game modes as I can think of, but I'm not really sure how hard it's going to be, so I'll do do my best. So now I'm kind of gonna show y'all like the process that went into this. So if you just wanted to see where I'm at right now, I already showed you that. I'm just gonna kind of show you what the game was looking like at the very beginning, and then how it kind of progressed over time. So here I'm actually showing you how I made the trees. I'll probably be adding more trees around the map that are different looking, but this is actually the first tree I made as a placeholder, so I'll probably be leaving this one in the game, but I'll be adding a few like different variants. Right here I'm kind of just hopping around and seeing what the tree looks like compared to the player character, and at the time the player character was just a cube, so I'm thinking I might add the cube as a joke in the game, and I'll call it the game dev cube. Here I was just making the wheels to the cars, and right now it's just kind of very simple, but eventually add color and like it looks a whole lot more like a rim and tires. And then I start making the base of the car. I basically use the Unreal Engine modeling tools that they use for game blockouts, and I just kind of made a game with it. It's not really meant to be used for actual modeling, but I kind of figured if my game was going to be simple, I might as well use it if it's just going to be a whole bunch of blocks. Honestly, this is kind of great for me because since this is going to be my first game, I can just focus on making the things work, and then I can actually over time get better at sculpting and then make a game with better looking assets. I think especially for the type of game I'm making, this is a very simple game, so it doesn't really require anything crazy. And then also just the artistic side of it, I think it's really fitting, so kind of all worked out in the end. Here you can see me making the materials for the color of the car that the car was going to be colored as by default, but whenever the game is running, the car is actually set to a random color that I have chosen. So I actually have an array of like different random colors that the car can be, and I might have to look at like a color palette and choose a few colors that would be good for colorblind people, because I also want colorblind people to be able to play it just fine without having to mess with the settings. Here's the first car that's actually working, by the way, that I put in the game. So if you wanted to see what that looked like, the car was very slow at first, so they're a whole lot faster now. So in the previous video I uploaded, I actually mentioned a glitch that I came across about, and basically I kept having like the wrong character spawn in at the wrong location, and it was driving me crazy. And here's actually the code that I made, and then in the end I had to delete all of it because it was just a mess. It kind of was a little bit of a frustrating moment, honestly, because I spent so much time trying to make that work and then it didn't actually work in the end, so I had to delete it and then make a new code. So here, after I built the first module that would be the road, I actually ended up playing with it quite a bit because I was like, oh my goodness, this is literally like the first functional part of the game that I've made. So I kind of started playing with it, and then I started finding all sorts of glitches, like you can actually walk on the car and you can actually like ride them around, but if you jump off them, you get teleported back to where you were whenever you jumped on them. So I was like, this could be a cool mechanic for the future, but for now I'm just gonna make it to where the cars hit them and they go through the cars instead of like actually stepping on them. Not gonna lie, I probably played with this mechanic for a good like 20 minutes before I actually started building something again, because I was really just having fun with it. So here's some gameplay that I used for the trailer, just so I could upload something to Steam for the wishlist page. As you can see, the bunny didn't actually have the glasses yet, but I ended up adding those later on because I kind of felt like they added a little bit more personality to the character. Steam was actually supposed to make my wishlist page active yesterday, but unfortunately it did fail the test. I didn't add the title to the game in the images, and apparently that's not allowed. And then apparently I'm a donut because I forgot to take off the template that Steam gives you for making the images. So that was also another reason. So now I'll be waiting 4 to 5 days to find out if the images I uploaded are good enough, and then my Steam page will be live and you'll be able to wishlist the game. And I really hope y'all enjoy the game when it releases on Steam. Now, a true concern that I am thinking of right now is that I need to add sound to this game, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to get the sounds. I know freesound.org is a website that people recommend a lot, so I'll probably be using that. But if anybody else has any better recommendations, or if y'all think I should just go out and record my own sound effects, let me know. I'm not really sure what's recommended. If any game developers out there have any good suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. By the way, I made a Discord recently, so if you want to come in there and talk with me, or just show me your game, or if you want to see screenshots of what the game's looking like between video updates, you can come in there and like look at what's going on with the game. I did leave the Discord link in the comment section, so if you want to find it, it'll be down there. I am planning on adding controller support to this game because I do want my controller players who are on PC or on the Steam Deck to be able to use it. So I'm going to try my best to learn how to implement that. I have heard from ChatGPT that it's not that hard. It's more of just knowing how to do it. Now, I haven't benchmarked this game, but I imagine it's not going to be that intensive because there's not too much stuff going on in it. So hopefully you'll be able to run this on like a GTX or, one of the older GPUs for sure. I'm also thinking about making a Kickstarter at some point. I have seen that a few Kickstarters actually do kick off pretty good and actually help the game developer release the game. I don't know how to make a Kickstarter, but I have heard that Kickstarters do help video games be made by indie developers. So I have seen Hollow Knight, for example, always gets brought up. So I'm thinking for the people who do donate, I'll be releasing early versions of the game that they can play. I'm not really sure how it works yet, so I'm gonna have to look into it, but I'll be making a video in the future letting y'all know. By the way, right now I'm showing you how I made the mystery box. So I was trying to make the question mark for the mystery box, but then I realized that I don't know what the heck a question mark looks like apparently. So I actually dragged in a question mark and kind of used that as a reference point for making my mystery box question mark. Also, I'm still pretty new to just talking to people online through YouTube videos, so I'm sorry if my comments isn't as good yet. I have been improving it. I looked at my older videos and it has improved quite a bit. I'm learning that I need to cut out things. Hopefully my future videos will be like this one where I'm kind of just cutting out all the dead space, and I'm gonna try to cover as much stuff that I feel like could be interesting to another game developer or just a curious gamer. Honestly, just looking back at those old videos where I had all that dead space in there, it kind of made me want to delete all the videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you see that this is the only video on there, don't even get mad at me because there was a lot of dead space in there and I just did not want that on my channel. So anyway, I'm kind of just rambling a little bit, so I'll be ending the video here. Make sure to like and comment, it does help the channel out, and I hope you have a great day.
Good morning. Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.